Alright, it's that time of the year again. We're going to go back to school, and of course, depending on what grade you're in, you're either going to go to high school in a couple years, or you're already going to high school, or you're already in high school. You should still listen to these tips I'm about to give to you guys right now. So here we go. 5 tips for incoming high school freshmen. Number 1, don't worry about popularity or status. One thing a lot of people care about once they get to high school is that whether they're going to be popular or not. And to that, I gotta say, after high school, popularity doesn't matter. Once you're in the real world, which will be after high school, everyone, and including you, will have to focus on their jobs or careers or building their family. So yeah, everyone's gonna forget about why they were popular or not, what they did or didn't, and their friends. Well, if you had a big group of friends, obviously you're gonna fade from a lot of them. You're gonna stop talking to a good amount of them. But whoever were your close friends, you're gonna definitely stay in touch with them. So another thing is that while you're in high school, no one cares. Everyone already has their own friend group, and even though people do talk trash about each other, if it's the kids that talk trash about the popular kids talk trash about the other kids, it doesn't matter. Just do you. Don't care about what other people think, unless it's something bad or serious. Then yeah, fix that. But if it's nothing bad, then don't worry about it. So number 2, join sports or clubs. Once you get to high school, you'll have the opportunity to either join a sport or a club, and from doing that, you can make new friends. So if you're going to high school and you don't have friends at all, or you have little friends, then you can make some new friends or make friends. So you can, make new friends, and 'cause friends are awesome, because who doesn't like friends? If you don't have friends, I recommend getting some friends, because they're awesome. You tell stuff to, have a good time, and a whole bunch of that. And if you do have friends, but you want to make some new friends or more friends, then yeah, join sports or clubs. Either way, it's still awesome. And another thing is that this one is going to relate to sports, not really clubs, but yeah, either way, once you do join a sport, you can, get to exercise, become stronger. And, who doesn't like to, well, not everyone likes to exercise, but once you do exercise and, work out, depending on what sport it is, become stronger. And yeah, you're going to have fun. You're not going to become as lazy, because if you don't really do sports or anything like that, or exercise, you're kind of lazy. But, just make sure to exercise, work out, and do all that. And also, you can have fun and enjoy the sport or club you're in. Because if you're going to join, first of all, if you're going to join a sport or club, just join it if you're going to enjoy it. But if you're in there with friends, then yeah, hopefully you'll still enjoy it. But like with the sport, make sure that you actually want to do it, and not because of any other reasons. Because if you join a sport and you don't really want to do it, they're going to fail. And whatever type of sport it is, like if it revolves in teams, then you're going to let that team down. So just join it if you really want to, or any other reason that, is a valid reason. So that's number 2. And now number 3, don't follow the crowd. Every year, you already know, there's always a trend that revolves around the app, certain clothes, or anything else that could become popular. And if you like it, go ahead, buy it or use it. But if you don't, then don't. Just because other people are talking about it or have it doesn't mean you need it, unless you want it and you truly like it. And another thing is that don't try to please everyone. No matter how hard you try, there's always going to be people who don't like you. Like, even if you're the nicest person ever, not everyone's going to like you. That's one thing I had to deal with. One thing I learned is that, I try to become friends with as much people as possible. But by doing that, there's not everyone's gonna like you, especially me. I'm like, oh dang. And then once I found a couple people didn't like me, I'm like, wow, not everyone's gonna like you. So just move on and just be with the people who do like you and who are gonna help you, and you guys are gonna build a strong connection with. So with what I just told you, you can either still try to please people or not give a flying F about what people think about you. I think you can still balance it somewhere in the middle, but just in general, just don't try to please people at all. And another thing is that don't try to kiss people's ass. Same thing like trying to please people, but instead with that, it will make you seem needy, have nothing better else to do in your life. So just don't do that. Get something, find a hobby, do something in your life that'll make you do something productive that will help you, build something up. And yeah, because if you try to kiss people's ass, you're always gonna focus about pleasing people, making them happy. Or you can make people happy, but just don't, just don't go around kissing people's ass and stuff like that. So just do you, and if people like you, then awesome, they like you. But if they don't, that's okay. Not everyone is gonna like you, and that's okay, because that's the thing. No matter how nice or how much you do for people, not everyone is gonna like you. That's one thing you should know. Number 4, have fun, but also focus on your work. Don't take high school too serious, but at the same time, you do need to take it serious because it's the final 4 years of your primary school years. Because after that, you can either go to college or go do some other job. Most people, depending on whatever they do, just, find a balance in the middle where you do take school serious, but you at the same time, you also make sure you have time to have fun and hang out with friends. And also with that, make sure you're hanging out with the best people. Or if you do hang out with people who don't, are always negative and stuff, just don't try to be like them. With that, probably just cut them off, or just don't try to do the same thing they're doing. Be different. Also, you don't want to slack off the 4 years of high school. Once you get to freshman year, you want to already be working, but like I said, balance things out, because a lot of people think that freshman year won't count, but trust me, it does. I personally did pretty good freshman year. Not the best. I don't like the end of the year. I started to do a little dookie, but other than that, I kept it pretty good. So just don't slack off. Don't be those students who always, get late to class or don't ever do the homework. Make sure to do your homework. So like I was saying, you obviously don't want to take it too serious to the point where like you don't talk to friends anymore or you don't go out. You're always focusing on homework. You can do that, but it just won't be as fun because you'll just be focusing on work, and then those 4 years of high school, they just go by and you haven't talked to your friends, you haven't gone out, and then you'll be like, wow, I was too busy focusing on work, I couldn't do any of this. So just make sure to balance everything out, including school, socializing, sports, and work if you do have it, which a good amount of people do. But yeah, so just make sure to balance all those things out depending what it is. And for everyone, they'll have to balance some things out, a lot of things, or just a little, but make sure to balance things out. So now the 4 years go fast, pretty fast. I already I already passed my first year, and I have 3 years left. And just thinking about it, I only have 3 years of high school. After that, I had to decide either if I go to college or not, which I'm gonna go to college hopefully, or definitely will. So yeah, just enjoy the 4 years of high school that there is, because those are going to be your last main years of school, or main 12 years. First 12 years of high school. First 12 years of school done. So just enjoy it while it lasts and make the best of it. So number 5, get a job. You don't have to have a job immediately, obviously, but once you get to sophomore or junior year, you should get a job. And even if your parents are rich, still get a job, because you want to make your own money. Don't rely on your parents' money to help you, because a lot of people, especially like before high school at least, you'd rely on your parents to pay for your stuff, give you money so you can go out, eat, or whatever. But once you do get a job, you can now rely on yourself. You can use your own money to pay for stuff, since you might want to get clothes or go eat or go somewhere that requires spending money, especially with your friends. Because if you go out with your friends to like a mall or something, then yeah, you're going to end up spending a lot of money, depending, either being food or clothes. Just make sure to get a job so you can have some money to use. Obviously, don't blow off all the money. Save it. Have some money to save for other things, for like either college or savings or anything else. Just save, have money to save, and then the rest, have a little bit to spend whenever. And yeah, you should get a job, so like I said, so you don't have to rely on your parents to give you money, and you get prepared for once you actually have to pay for things yourself. Because once you turn 18 in the United States, you gotta start paying taxes and stuff, and it's a lot of things especially you're expected to already know how to do, which I don't even know anything about taxes yet. So hopefully in the next couple years I should hopefully learn about it, and I'll be prepared for that. And other than that, that's the video there. There are the 5 tips that you should, or 5 tips for incoming high school freshmen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys will use the tips and now know learn something that you didn't know, or that you did know but you weren't too sure about. Just hope you guys can use the tips and they'll help you out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.